Public Wi-Fi Education. Perseverance, willpower, basic ethics, guiding you towards success.
Yes, please start.
Good morning, everyone. So, according to me, the lead which is given, sir, the first lead, which is equal assessment of education, is very important to take the women's to the gender equality up to the highest level, which include, as we saw from the past many years when we got independent, the firstly women were not getting too much educated, like they did the housework rather than education. So right recently we have seen the education system is quite improved, and a lot of the women and girls are taking the steps for education, and so the family members are also very they also given a chance to the children to educate. So, and it will also help the country to develop. As PM Narendra Modi has said, ki our country will be developed country by 2047. So the education will be an important part of it. So, as according to me, the first part is as important. Other
Gentlemen, according to me, I believe the gender inequality are mainly in the sub-regions where our populations are not much educated. I partially agree with Aman and would like to highlight a point that proper representation from such communities is very necessary, and for representation they need to be educated, because as they are not clearly educated, they are easily manipulated by many political leaders, and their votes are being used for different purposes. So this is the reason they need proper representation, and for their representation they need to be educated.
Adding to the point said by Vipul, as the gender equality, agreeing to the point said by Vipul, as the gender equality means the balance between the group of men and females group over the contribution of the nation development. So I believe empowering of women in leadership role would be a better this thing. As we can see from the independence, we could see able to the majority of men in the role of leadership roles. As we have seen less participation of women coming to the politics as well as in the leadership roles, such as taking greater positions for contributing good ideas and innovations towards our society. I believe that empowering women to the good leadership roles makes shows the development to a next level and also improves the stability of the nation development.
sir, you are on mute.
Gentlemen, I agree with point that education women are taking 50% of in the world.
Gentlemen, excuse me, everyone. Vikas, sir, you're muted.
Sorry. I agree with the Srikant sir, because education is also important. But if you empower the woman, say woman can take decision and she can lead leadership role in any institution. As we are saying that still of we are moving in the modern era country, that's women workforce are getting less salary than the men's. So this is the gender bias. So by empowering them, we can also develop their develop the women's empowerment, and that recently the government recently the Supreme Court has given decisions to empower women in the favor of that a women can get alimony if divorce as per any secular law, and many schemes recently are published by the governments that is empower the women. So in my opinion, empowerment is the most crucial role, and whether in take of education, elimination of gender, if you empower women, automatically women get education, and definitely he will get better representation. And
adding to the point said by Vikas sir, I would like to put forward that even in the government sector like Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, government has took this decision to provide 15% of the 15% of the seats towards the women participation in Lok Sabha elections, as well as 5% reservations towards the females of lower community and scheduled tribes and scheduled castes. In this way, we can see the contribution towards the females empowerment towards our nation development, even in politics, and compared to the a gentleman of the men participation is very low. And if this is has been increased, then the contribution towards from the women has been increased. And even talking about our examinations as well, the reservation provision towards the females candidates has also proven us in a very another level. As we can see, the NDA examination has been connected only for men, but now it became towards the female as well, where the participation and the empowerment of women has been brought at a very
Okay,
young age.
I'm agree with sir, because we can empower women by the three factors socially. By the socially, how can we do it? We empowering by giving some good representation in the Lok Sabha, and recently government had decided 33% reservation. After it will be also implemented in next time. And economically, if we give good decisions power to women, they can also lead. And we can consider in the Air Force, Armed Force, women are um, leading
I
the balance
partially
and
agree with
become the
Vikas sir,
become
because if we talk about gender inequality, it is not only about the women who are not equally faced, but also about the different type of genders that are not being equally given opportunity. So
yes.
coming on to the point, we can see the recent example of the Manipur, where people, even the men and women, both face atrocity based on different aspects, being from different caste and religion. So I believe the education is the very important aspect in this. Empowering women can be the very important, but the most important can be the education, because education can bring both of all these communities together and can make them stronger, and this can even empower men and women at the same time.
Partial, I
Well,
agree
sir,
with
may I also put in it. I would
As
also prefer to
Srikanth and Vikas sir
more
have said,
education.
partially agree
Gentlemen,
with
let me
Vipul's
speak.
points. As we can say, education
I
doesn't
agree
bring
with Vipul. I
as
agree
it
with Vipul
the
sir.
moral ethics and
As
the moral values
education is
that
a
should
key
be
to
built
success,
from a person
and
to
when you
develop the empowerment regarding the women and men should be taken care not only in the education but also the leadership of the women in the higher roles of like leadership roles may bring change in the men as well as women participation. As he considered about the Manipur's issue, as we can see, it's not about the education but the moral ethics and the values that the persons concerns over there make the differentiation of the discrimination of the women over there. So if we bring the change in the leadership role by participation of women over there, then they may change the nation's development in bringing equalized society in that particular society.
Yes, I'm agree
I
with
would
Gentlemen,
like to add a
I
point in
also would
Srikanth sir.
prefer
As
to
we see,
education,
if we are
education and
educated from some universities,
employability in
like we have
the
seen in
society.
many universities, the people are from different state, different religion come to a university and study together and know about different culture, different universities, about different knowledge about everything which they are studying at, and they can explore more things in every different field. Like if I talk about specific universities, like people will get join the universities and they will uh, because of education they will explore more in, like there are so many societies, and if they want to get in
actually
private sector, or if
I'm not
they
I'm partially
empower
agree with Aman
according
sir,
to
because it is discussion going on the empowerment and education. So in the education there are many seats, and actually our education percentage has increased. In India,
sir, from education
75%
you can
people are
drive everything,
educated.
sir.
So
From
there is no
education you
many.
can drive women empowerment as well as the
Sir,
employment
actually,
factors from
Empowerment
education.
can
actually
be
there
So
is
achieved
no
that's
issue of
why
due to
education. Everyone
a proper
actually
education
now
students
in
and
modern times the
equally
people
and
are
due
sending
to
their girls
gender
outside,
equality.
but women are not empowered and they are not getting home power. That's and even the due to financially women are dependent on their husband for the
Men are getting
financially,
women
and
empowerment
so
just
due to
because they
they
were
proper
get
not
education.
educated, sir.
no sir, even that they are
Because
getting
of lack
no
of
no
education they were
no,
providing
no,
to the
sir.
for the
Even the actually, sir,
We can take the example
we
of
have seen the
Kalpana
rural
Chawla, who has
scenario.
been the
Even the
first person from
in
India to visit the astronomy and in space from NASA. As we can take her as an example, where the woman has been taking a very much leadership roles in diverting and also providing the nation's development in such a young age. She has been the first astronaut in women to reach the
yes, sir.
moon.
Okay,
So,
sir, I'm
as
agree with you.
of
But
NASA,
sir,
as
actually, we
she
seen
is
the
the only
condition of
one,
in
but
the rural and
according
urban
to
area.
the
Even
nation's
women
development.
are graduate and graduate in a high degree, and she is working in home, and so she is dependent on their husband. So that is the reason. So we find the cause root of that. How if cause root of the where is the suffering, and if we empowering women by the giving financially independent, if she financially independent, she can take decision over herself, and she can do on their wishes. But if she depend on their husband, then how can we empower? So
Adding to
by
the
the
point
I
made
partially
by
agree
by the
with
Vikas,
Vikas, sir,
we can
whereas
also put
education
points
not
like
only gives you the eligibility and the information about the different subjects, but it also improves your personality overall. So empowering women, if as per the point said by the Vikas sir, that if she's dependent on her husband, if the both person are educated, then the personality of the both person will be different. And they will work towards their career. It's not necessary that we have to provide some reservation to each and every candidate who are not equally judged. But if they are eligible and people who are like well off and quite skillful, they are finding their ways out of anything. So I believe giving them the proper skills by education and by the proper opportunities and their giving them proper skills will
sir,
help them.
I'm agree with you. That's even
And I agree with
if you
Vipul
are
sir, as
skillful,
I also
but to run
mentioned,
the
like
home.
if we can give a, if we can educate many a boy and a girl from a poor middle class family, and if he get educated and do a good a great job, so he will lift up his family. So it is also
adding to
all about
Aman's point, as we can see,
development.
apart from education, we can see the sports field or politics field, or as well as any finance field. We can see women participation in the other activities also being to a another level. As we can see, PV Sindhu, she has brought the won the second Olympics in badminton, and we can also see Kalpana Chawla, who has been the first space mission on moon. So we can see, other than education, we can consider the other platform where the empowerment of women can bring a big change in different countries, even the Middle East, and also the lower class people and families are also developing themselves to come in sports factor and improve the participation in that, and in this way empowering of women in different
I'm I'm,
activities and
I'm
extracurricular
agree with
activities.
the Srikanth sir, because empower, if you empower women, so first she should be educated, and after that if she get education, they are more aware of about their rule and regulation, and she more about their rights, so she can face any challenge, and she can get their right also,
So
so
that was
she
all.
can
What
develop.
that was the my point
Yes.
only. That if after the education, she will get to know about her rights and whatever things she can go on. That was the point I was trying to state.
Yes. No, she, sir, she can get right, but we should get empowered now. We by empowered by the government, by the socially, and after the empowerment, she can take their rights, sir. And if you give power to your
Okay,
yes,
please stop. Thank you, gentlemen. You all have participated well in the GD, and you all have given valid points according to your mindset. Okay. Thank you for giving that today's test of Sunday. Okay.
Stay connected, get valuable insights, and ace your SSB journey with Public Wi-Fi Education. Join us now. Public Wi-Fi Education. Perseverance, willpower, basic ethics, guiding you towards success.